YB stays on your neck.
It's on my neck. I had a dream that I was a fucking nobody who sucked at rap. Oh, really? And then I woke up. You know who I was, Mr. Porter? Really? Lord Jamar. Really? But I don't really care, Mr. Porter. Do you know why?
Oh my gosh. So we've just heard Eminem completely slaying off Lord Jamar. Now, my views of this are complex. To be fair, this situation in itself is pretty complex, but I've got to be honest here. I'm with Eminem. I'm with the M on this one. Yeah, I'm with Mr. 8 Mile on this one, because Lord Jamar, the fact of the matter is, you talk about how, Eminem ain't really a rapper because of his colour of his skin and all this kind of business. Eminem's a guest in rap, all this kind of line of questioning. But you're a guest in rap. If the truth be known, no one don't know you from rap. In fact, I don't know you full stop. Whether Eminem's white, black, pink or red, yellow, people know him. And people know him, actually, to be fair to Eminem, out of all of them, he's not been... In fact, I think some of his recent stuff's been alright. The last probably 3 or 4 years have been a bit dodgy, been a bit precarious. He's been all over the place in terms of his quality. But that said, historically, based on career for career, Eminem is number one more of a rapper than you, and Eminem is blacker than you as well in that sense. In as much as, listen, I've got to call a spade on this one. Eminem, in terms of quality, Eminem's historical rap quality, not the recent things. His historical rap quality is blacker and more rappier than Lord Jamar. Name me one Lord Jamar song. Name me one. Name me anything. Historically, people say, oh man, Eminem's fell off. He might have fell off, but you got to realise, to fall off, you've got to have been somewhere. Lord Jamar can't fall off. Don't no one know him. He's never been high enough to fall off. And besides, lyrically, flowy, no one don't know Lord Jamar for squat. He's not known for flow. He's not known for lyrics. He's not known for squat. No one knows him. And the only way, I'll be honest with you. Listen, the only reason I know Lord Jamar, and nothing to do with rap, ain't nothing to do with the colour of your skin. The only reason I know Lord Jamar, ironically enough, is from him being on a white man's podcast, DJ Vlad. Let's be truthful now. I know there'll be people who hear this and they'll be sour. Just quickly, by the way, I am mixed race, half English, half Jamaican. Let's get it out there. Let's clear that up now. But as I was saying, people get twisted talking about Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar is known for being on DJ Vlad's podcast, yeah, a white man's podcast. And the reason I bring race up so much is because, let's get it straight, Lord Jamar loves to mention race. Eminem ain't a real rapper, Eminem's a guesting rapper, all because of his skin. So he makes it about skin. I don't. I couldn't care less. Now, people can call me a Republican for my views, but it remains the same. If Lord Jamar was, I don't know, pick someone of real stature in the community. Pick someone, I don't know, let's say Tupac came up from the dead. If Tupac wanted to comment on Eminem, I'd almost feel like he's got a right to do that, because he's a legend, yeah? But when you're coming with a crummy career, it just looks like you're hating, yeah? It just looks like you're a haterade, to be honest, because you ain't got no content. Don't no one know you. If you wasn't on, you best be thankful to the white man for putting him on your podcast. Because otherwise, wouldn't no one know you, Lord Jamar? Lord who? Seriously, if I'm a hater, if I'm lying, call me a liar. Say, YB, you are a liar. I knew Lord Jamar before DJ Vlad. Didn't no one know him? And in fact, and even then, there'll be people listening to this at some point who, even today, won't know who Lord Jamar is. And that's why you've got to really be careful when you choose your words. You've got to make sure you're not throwing stones in a glass house. Lord Jamar threw a big ass stone in a very thin glass house. I don't understand when you're gonna try and send for people like Eminem. You've got to realise that there are black, there are yellow, there are pink people who rate Eminem highly historically. In terms of he's known as, I'm not being funny. Yes, he's not Biggie or Tupac, but in terms of his stature. In terms of his ability to transcend the world, he's up there. Guess who went up there? Lord Jamar ain't. You're known for being on the podcast yeah? Lord Jamar is a podcast man. He's a YouTube man. That's it. I got to be honest. I only actually found out he rapped from this Eminem clip. I'll call a spade in this one. I very loosely knew he rapped. Eminem killed him. Told him straight. In fact, let me read to you the quotes of this par that Eminem sent. He said, "I had a dream I was a nobody, and I woke up and I was Lord Jamar." Wow. And that's why you've got to be careful. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Lord Jamar will come on DJ Vlad's channel in the next few months and talk about how, oh man, I wasn't really bothered. I didn't care. He cares. He cares because it's like when I mugged off Ebro the other day. When, in fact, it's the same with all of them, man, there. Charlemagne, Ebro, Lord Jamar, they're radio guys. And that's why you hear all them, man, Lord Jamar as well, hating on 6ix9ine. They hate on 6ix9ine, they hate on M, they hate on everyone. They've always got problems because the true reason Charlemagne, the true reason Ebro, the true reason Lord Jamar always have people, certain names in their mouth, Eminem, 6ix9ine, etc, etc, is because they're more successful and more accomplished than them. In fact, not only more successful and more accomplished than them, they're more successful and accomplished than they will ever be. And that's why they have to keep talking about him, because otherwise, wouldn't no one know Charlemagne? Wouldn't no one know Lord Jamar if they didn't keep Eminem's name in their mouth or 6ix9ine's name in their mouth? This is their job. They're radio dons, and it hurts them because they initially, I wouldn't even call it a come up, but their main thing was supposed to be rap. Lord Jamar was supposed to be a rapper. What happened to that? And people, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there'll be certain people, certain sets of people who will hear this video and they'll be mad. They'll be mad at what I'm saying, but call me a liar. Tell me one Lord Jamar track that's ever gone anywhere. And maybe, I don't know, I've got to be honest, I've never listened to any songs of Lord Jamar's. Maybe he's one of them guys who prides himself on being on his maybe his content's fire, but ain't no one heard it. Who cares how fire your content is, and if no one listening? And there's a reason you'll see Eminem doing shows. When was Lord Jamar's last show? Let's be real now. When was Lord Jamar's last show? Seriously. When was his last Billboard Top 100? When was it? I'm curious. When was the last time he sold a show out? That's what we need to know. There's a reason Lord Jamar is on DJ Vlad's podcast every month. There's a reason he's got his own podcast on YouTube. Because he ain't got no rap career. And there's another reason. There's a reason why the so-called, oh man, Eminem's a guest in rap. Eminem's not a real rapper because he's white. He's not supposed to be here. There's a reason why the so-called guy who ain't supposed to be here is selling shows, is known as an all-time great, or is up there in terms of greatness. You get it? And Lord Jamar ain't. Lord Jamar is on podcasts. That's his job. He's a radio don. And he's just barking at the wrong tree here. Radio, I told you before, like, let's not get it twisted now. The YB, me, I'm a radio don too, but you won't ever see me, the YB don't care. I'll fire shots at who I want to fire shots at. The difference is, these man there, I don't know what the difference is. I lie, I don't even know what the difference is, but listen, Lord Jamar, I'll tell you what the difference is. I've never claimed to be a rapper. That's the difference. Lord Jamar claims to be a rapper. If you're gonna be a radio man, you'll never ever hear Lord Jamar put his hands up and say, "Listen, Eminem, you're right. I ain't nobody." They don't like it. Lord Jamar still try to justify how he's more of a rapper. Oh, this is the kind of thing he will say. This is the kind of thing Lord Jamar will say. "Oh man, I might not sell any tickets, but the color of my skin makes me more of a rapper than Eminem." And that's the kind of, you can't be coming with them kind of arguments. Lord Jamar wants you to believe that because someone's black, they have a natural right to being a rapper. Does that make sense? He said Eminem's a guest in rap. Eminem can't be a rapper because of the colour of his skin. But how does that work? What in my opinion, what makes a rapper? How many tickets you sell? How hard your song bangs. Yeah, if your song ain't banging, who cares what colour you are? If your song's dead, you could be golden. You could be made out of gold. Who cares? If it's about rap, it's about rap. Yeah, content's important, but let's get it right. It's not like Lord Jamar's content's banging either. Lord Jamar ain't got no banging content, ain't got no banging lyrics, and he ain't selling no tickets. So what is he really doing? Is he really a rapper? No. If you ain't selling tickets, if you ain't got content, if you ain't coming with lyrics, what are you coming with? Radio. That's what you're coming with. Lord Jamar, stick to radio. Don't be firing. The minute you start barking at these bigger man things, you get shot down. Your best bet is to wind your neck in. I understand though, you have to do it for clout. You need it as a radio man. You need to talk about M. Otherwise, you ain't getting paid. That's your job. Yeah, Eminem's touring, doing big numbers, doing big ticket sales, you got to be talking about him, because otherwise people ain't going to click on your ads. You need to say, you got ads to sell. I feel you, boss. I feel you, boss man. I feel you a lot. But listen, on this one, Lord Jamar's going to have to ride the L, and I'll be interested actually to hear from anyone who disagrees with what I'm saying. Do you agree with Lord Jamar? Do you believe Eminem is a guest in rap? Do you believe Eminem can't be a rapper because he's white? I'm sorry, I just don't understand that way of thinking. And people can, and what gets me is, it's like, people, I understand there are historic implications of things, meaning that, like as an example, Lord Jamar will moan a lot about the things white people have done historically to black people, and that in its own right is fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is that you can't copy the oppressor. Does that make sense? Just because black people have been ostracized from things in the past, you can't then do this. You can't then say, oh well, we're going to get you back and do the same. You've got to rise above it. Does that make sense? You can't, just because we've been wronged in the past, you can't then go on and say, you know what, because we've been wronged in the past, we're gonna say no white people can join our club. We're gonna ban all white people from our hip hop or our rap. You can't do that. You got to rise above it. You got to show that you're more powerful than that. Does that make sense? Otherwise, if everyone, you just can't do that. It just don't make no sense. You've got to be the bigger man essentially and say, you know what, we're not gonna stoop to that level. But Lord Jamar seems to want to be barking at all the wrong trees, and I wouldn't mind, if he comes on a different level with it, but not with Eminem, because there's other people you can bark at. Eminem ain't one of the right ones to be doing it at. He's been, in my opinion, relatively. I'm trying to think. Racially speaking, when has Eminem stepped off key? I can't think. Maybe there has been times. I'm not making out I'm a historian here. If there has been times, let me know in the comments below. But racially speaking, when has Eminem been off point? If he has, then fair enough. But I don't think he has. Historically speaking, for the last 20 years, I don't remember him ever pulling any weirdo stuff when it comes to race. So I don't think you should. Does that make sense? As an example, let's say if he's been a massive racist for the last 20 years and then wants to be a rapper, I get it. But that's not the case. So anyway, let's not get political on this one. But Lord Jamar, you got served up. Listen, is it a sold out show somewhere? I mean, you're sitting there on the radio getting served up on a Saturday night. Peaky for you. Listen, wind your neck in. Don't bark at. You radio man need to learn you need to learn to stay in your lane. That's what you need to do. Yeah. Bottom line.